Hello SM. We have a super exciting Friday in store for you today with an exclusive interview with our very own SM nurses, to a look into career day and a special weather update with Matthew Olinsky. It's going to be a great show, so buckle up, folks. What's up? I'm Cole McKechnie.
And I'm Amelia Tungate. We have a great show planned for you today, but first I did want to bring up the weather. We live in California, so this is kind of unusual to have such crazy weather like this. How have you been faring?
It's been crazy. The rain has been non-stop.
Yeah.
I mean, this morning I woke up and the roads are still wet from last night. I was hydroplaning on the way here.
Yeah, I know. It was funny on the way here. I was driving with my dad, and there were a couple times where you just lose control of the car. It's kind of scary.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, first, let's hear some announcements before we get into the rest of the day.
Hello everyone, I'm Sydney Furman here with your daily announcements. So, attention all aspiring thespians. If you are a current sophomore or junior and care about raising awareness about mental health, auditions for the student-written play Speak Up will be held via Teams on February 2nd during office hours. Auditions will be cold readings from the script. We hope to see you there. The class t-shirt pre-sale is now open. If you wish to purchase a class t-shirt, check the Daily Announcements tab to find a link to purchase it. Sales close at 3 p.m., so make sure to order your shirts. A new survey was sent yesterday regarding the new schedule starting March 4th. With this new schedule, Group A and B will be able to be in person 4 days a week. If you wish to stay virtual, you must fill out the Google form at the bottom of the email sent by Mr. Sulik and Mrs. Wood. That's all your announcements for today. Let's send it back to Amelia and Cole.
Amelia, those were some great announcements, weren't they?
Yeah, it's all really important stuff. I know I, for one, am really excited to get back in person with as many people as possible and stay safe at the same time.
Me too.
So it has been raining like crazy, and I know that we missed some good storms, so to get the most recent weather updates, let's see what Matthew has to say.
Good morning, SM. I'm your dedicated personality to tell you that California weather is going to be moderate. Now, starting off this week pretty chilly, we're going to have a fairly low 53. Now, lucky for us, it probably won't get that cold again for the upcoming week. Now, over the weekend, we're going to be lucky enough to have the temperature raise a little bit as it moves up to a 58 on Saturday and a 66 on Sunday. Now, starting off next week, it's going to trail off a little with a 65 on Monday into a 60 on Tuesday. Now, Wednesday is going to give us a little dip down to a 58. However, we're going to have a small pickup come next Thursday with a 60. And just as something to throw out there, we have a small alert until 4 p.m. today. There is a flash flood watch out. We should all be fine, but just in case you live in a fairly low-lying area like I do, it's always good to be informed about these kinds of things. That's all I have for you today. I'm Matthew Olinsky. This is Eagle TV 2.0. Back to those in the studio.
So I guess some crazy weather's coming up, Amelia.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely wild. I, for one, am kind of excited to see something different for once, so.
I know, all the cold's been too much for me. Playing water polo,
That's
I don't like being in the pool when it's too cold. So Amelia, how was career day for you today?
I had a really great career day. It was super exciting. SM alumni from multiple different professions all came to tell us juniors about their jobs and provide advice.
These jobs ranges from different things such as medical, film production, and education.
Us juniors were able to hear perspectives from a bunch of different people and ask questions.
Then people went in smaller groups with a career they're interested. They're able to tell about their experiences in the field, and people can ask questions.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Chris Ricks actually came into our studio today, and as a whole, it was a great experience, and it certainly helped me a lot, kind of figuring out what I want to do.
That's amazing.
So Cole, do you think you're going to get vaccinated when you can?
Hopefully as soon as possible, so I'll eventually be able to start going to tournaments again and start being able to practice with my team as soon as possible.
Yeah, same here. Well, lucky for us, Luke Mooney is here to interview our very own nurses Volpo and Wood, as well as how we can lower the spread.
Hey there, Santa Margarita. I'm Luke Mooney, and I'm here with Nurse Volpo and Nurse Wood to ask them a few questions about the new COVID-19 vaccine, as well as how we students can do our part to lower the spread. Now, for our first question, how has the COVID-19 pandemic affected your life as a school nurse?
Well, it's definitely affected our lives. We're usually off on the summers like you students, but this last summer, Mrs. Wood and I worked the summer with the Board of Administration with policies and procedures to get you guys back on campus safely. We also keep updated on all of the state and local policies that are being done, and we continue to monitor the health of our students and faculty and staff and visitors.
That's great to hear, and thank you for keeping us safe and healthy. Now, secondly, with the COVID-19 vaccine rolling out across California, can you share with us some general information about this vaccine and what it could do to potentially get life back to normal?
Yeah, well, the Pfizer vaccine is for ages 16 and over, and the Moderna is for 18 and over. So right now, clinical trials are being done for our younger students, and hopefully once they find that the vaccination is safe for the younger students, they will all be vaccinated by summer. We happy to report that Mrs. Wood and I have received our first vaccination, and we'll be receiving our second in a couple weeks. Our next group will be our educators. So our teachers and our school staff will hopefully be mid-February able to be vaccinated. And then hopefully by the fall, we're hoping that most everybody is vaccinated before we return to campus next year.
That's great to hear, and I can't wait till we're all vaccinated. Now finally, even though the COVID-19 vaccine is being distributed, what are ways that us students can do to continue our part to slow the spread over the next few months?
Well, even though we are no longer on stay-at-home orders, our hospitalization beds are still very full. So hospitalizations are improving, but until we can get them better, we really need everybody to continue to mask and follow the protocols. Students have been amazing. You guys have done such an amazing job following our protocols and procedures, and I know it's hard, but we're almost there. And you guys have been great. So we really appreciate the cooperation of all of the students.
Thank you for answering some questions today. And I'm Luke Mooney, and back to the hosts in the studio.
Thank you, nurses. Well, now switching gears, I'm so excited for another sports season to start up again soon.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest sports fan, but I did really miss playing tennis, and now that the tennis season practices have started up again, it's just really a lot more fun to be able to play your sport.
Well, lucky for us, Luke Newman has the latest sports updates for CIF.
While many sports teams continue to train hard and stay sharp for the possibility of a season ahead, things are still not final. Practices are still non-contact at the moment, but with California's shift from a stay-at-home order back to the tier list, things are looking on the upside, and tryouts have been announced for sports like soccer. While the possibility of a season looks promising, a huge issue that stands in the way of Santa Margarita athletes is the issue of club teams and high school sports. Some of our athletes compete with teams outside of Santa Margarita, so CIF cuts out a season where most outside athletic teams suspend competing in order for our students to represent their high school. The issue plaguing this year is particularly what CIF will allow athletes to do. Most sports have designated high school seasons, but with COVID, most sports would be in season around the same time, regardless of their schedule of the outside athletics. The CIF announced, for health reasons, students should not compete in both a club and a high school environment, ultimately forcing students to choose between the two. The effect of this decision and the competition level of high school is yet to be determined. Only time will tell with this dilemma. I'm Luke Newman, and this has been your weekly sports update.
Well, that just about wraps us up. Now we'll be going into the weekend. Are you excited for the weekend, Amelia?
I, for one, am really excited. I have some fun plans. You know, hopefully I'm going to meet up with some friends safely. What about you?
I will be probably doing the same. Have a good weekend, SM.
Yeah, have a safe and fun week in Santa Margarita. Thank you for watching.